Hi, everyone. Today we're going to start Chapter 5B. Chapter 5B has a couple grammar components in it. We're going to start with stem changing verbs, yogo verbs, and prepositions. So follow along in your note packets and fill it in. So first we're going to talk about yogo verbs. Yogo verbs have an irregular yo form. So the reason they're called yogo verbs is because they're verbs that end in go in the yo form, like tango, ago, salgo. The yo form of these verbs will end in go. Yogo verbs conjugate regularly after the yo form. So for example, tango and then tienes, tiene, tenemos, tenéis, tienen. So we have three exceptions, which are three stem changing verbs: tener, which stem changes; venir, which stem changes to vengo, vienes, viene, venimos, venís, vienen; and decir, which is e to I: digo, dices, dice, decimos, decís, and dicen. Here is your yogo verbs chart. So pause this and fill this in. If you want to have a little quick tip, make sure you memorize this chart. Okay, so the verbs on the left-hand side, you're going to have a test on this and have to fill this in on the test. So the yo forms, we have hago, pongo, salgo, traigo, tengo, vengo, digo. Okay, hago is to make or do, so I make or I do. Pongo is to put, place, or set. So this chapter, the vocab is all like restaurant stuff. So to set the table, to put on the table, to place the main course on the table. Salgo is to leave or go out. Traigo is to bring. Tengo is to have. Vengo is to come. Digo is to say or tell. Pedir and servir conjugate the following. So pedir is to ask or to order, which is e to I, and servir is e to I as well. So pedir, to order or to ask for, pido, pides, pide, pedimos, pedis, and piden. Remember, if you're saying to ask for something, you do not use the word para after pedir because for is already in the definition. So instead of saying so if you wanted to say, I ask for a fork, you would say, yo pido un tenedor. You're not going to say, yo pido para un tenedor. Servir, sirvo, sirve, sirve, servimos, servis, and sirven. Querer is to want. So I want eggs for breakfast. Quiero, quieres, quiere. Queremos, queréis, and quieren. Remember, stem changing verbs do not stem change in nosotros and vosotros. Venir is to come. E to I-E stem change. Vengo, vienes, viene, venimos, venís, and vienen. Decir is to say or tell. We have digo, dices, dice, decimos, decís, and dicen. Okay, decir means to say or tell. There are a few ways in which decir can be used. You can have a normal simple sentence such as yo digo el cuento, I tell the story. You can use it as part of a dialogue, which will use quotations. So mi madre dice, ¿qué comida te gusta? Or yo digo, me gustan los espaguetis. You can also use the word que to mean that. So tú dices que, you say that, el fútbol es tu deporte favorito. Soccer is your favorite sport. We have the verb tener. Tengo, tienes, tiene, tenemos, tenéis, tienen. And then we have our prepositions. Okay, prepositions are things like about, above, across, after, along, among, around, at, things like that. So we're only going to work with 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them. So you should already know, means to or at. De is of or from. Con is with. En is in, on, at, or by. And para is for or in order to. Then we have verbs of motion and prepositions. All verbs of motion, ir, salir, and venir, will be followed by a preposition. The reason they're called verbs of motion is because you're moving. So to go, or to leave, or to come. Whenever you are going to a place, we usually use a. So yo voy a la fiesta. When you are leaving from a place, we usually use de. So yo salgo de mi casa, I left from my house. It is important to remember this because we don't always use a preposition in English. Ella sale de la casa, she left from the house. When you are coming or going to a place, you will use en followed by the mode of transportation. So ellos vienen al parque en bicicleta. So they come to the park on bicycle or by bicycle. Yo voy en autobús a la escuela. Okay, I go by bus to school. Here's some practice, so pause this and practice these sentences. And check your answers. Yo vengo a la escuela en septiembre. And remember, we do not capitalize months in Spanish. Nosotros salimos de la fiesta con nuestros amigos. A lot of you keep forgetting our possessive adjectives. Okay, it's not nosotros, it's nuestros to mean our. Ellos van al carro al concierto. Nosotros venimos para los postres deliciosos. And remember to make all that agree. Los, masculine and plural. Postres, masculine and plural. Deliciosos, masculine and plural. Yo salgo de mi casa a las 8 menos 20. Remember, 7:40 is 8 o'clock minus 20. Para venir a la escuela. And él va a la escuela para aprender. Okay, so copy these notes into your notes, I would say packet, but it's only a couple pages, onto Kami. And then these are going to be part of your notes for chapter 5B.